Welcome back to at Thank Cutie, and this week and next week is going to be videos about prepping for two large events that we have coming up. So we have the Springtime and Sunshine Festival at the Anoka County Fairgrounds in Minnesota, and then Art-a-Whirl in the Solar Arts Building. And here you're just getting a shot of me passing by the trees. It's warmed up quite a bit here in Minnesota, and so the tree leaves are all blooming, as well as the flowers and everything. And I'm having to take my allergy medication, so it is definitely warming up here. So yes, we have two back-to-packs again in May, and then we have a little announcement during this vlog of what's coming up in our fall schedule, which is really exciting. Here we go. Hey everybody, it is getting towards the middle of the week and I have to do my video prep vlog, and just wanted to show you a couple of things that I've been working on. And we also have a big announcement that I will talk about coming up here. And for the month of May, we're in two large shows. So this weekend we have coming up for the 10th, 11th, and 12th, we are going to be at the Anoka County Fairgrounds. And that's a spring festival and sunshine, and there's free admission this time. We were in their fall one, which part of it did get rained out, so I don't think there was a lot of attendance that day, and it was really cold. Even though we are inside in buildings, I think attendance was a lot lower than people said for the previous year, but we're gonna give their spring one a chance. We may even try again their fall one, and just to see how well that goes and give that one a second chance too. But you know, up here in Minnesota where we're at, the weather can do anything. You know, we can have every single season in one day. So well, I just wanted to show you, it's been my birthday week and it's been really hard to concentrate and focus on creating again, especially after we had two back-to-back shows. I did take some time off last week, and I did make a few pieces here and there. We restocked our pieces in the art shop at Midtown Global Market as well. So those are different projects that we've been doing, but it was really nice just to be able to relax. I went to a couple of art shops and other places that I've really been wanting to go to but didn't have the chance because my schedule was not this flexible. So sometimes, is it a good thing? Maybe not, because there's sometimes too much flexibility and I really have to kind of sit down and get some things done. So since this is prep week, it is also harder because it's our birthday week. So my husband and I have our birthdays about 5 days apart, and so we did celebrating this weekend. We went out and just kind of had a good dinner, had a little bit of fun, and then it was time to get ready. So this week I've just been painting the eyes of some of his designs, and he has some new ones, and so you'll be able to see those if you attend the Art-a-Whirl event or the Anoka County Fairgrounds. And then he got me the little panda light, if you can see it, because I really wanted one that was really cute online. So he got me one of those as one of my birthday gifts. We're not going all out on birthday gifts. And then he also got me two books by Japanese authors, and that's part of our big announcement. We are actually going to be traveling in the fall to Japan, and I kind of immersed myself, so I'm watching a lot of Japanese like travel videos, and of course, you know, if there's anime or something that's in Japanese, just trying to do that and then learn a few phrases and words as well. We are actually going to a big art festival, and they have one in the spring and the fall, and hopefully I'll be able to vlog some of that with my husband, and so we can just show you what it's like. I first heard about it through another vlogger, Emmy Richu, who is connected to like the anime community. She does a lot of sketching in her vlogs. That's kind of manga and anime style. So when I saw the event and how big it was, with thousands of artists, not only from Japan but from all over the world, and all of the kawaii things, and also they don't just have kawaii, they do have a dark themed room. Just the amazing artwork. They have live artists, drawings and paintings and things going on Hopefully it's not too much overstimulus, but it's happens on a Saturday and Sunday, and they don't make the announcement yet for the exact dates in the fall, but they're usually about the same week. It's either in mid-November or they have them in mid-May, but mid-May, of course, we have our own event here in Minnesota, Art-a-Whirl, where the Minneapolis lofts open up, and we're going to be participating in that in the Solar Arts building. But just very, very excited. So I'm going to read these and take them with me, and hopefully have some more things to do on the airplane. But this week I just wanted to show you, I've been doing some experimenting. So here's the lattice design that my husband 3D printed and created. So he designed this all on his own, and then I added the mosses and the little flowers, and then the little sculptural pieces on there. But what I found, I went into the art shop and I was kind of like a little disappointed because there were pieces all over the place in one of my pastry cases. In fact, let me grab it. So, and I know, I mean, I don't want to be harsh on anybody, but it was kind of disappointing. But I know people want to pick these things up, and sometimes they're dainty. And what I actually did to kind of help keep everything in order is I used to have these pieces loose. I know there's a lot of people that don't want these loose, but I'm telling you, my thing was in such disarray that like when people picked it up, and this is granted, the glass parts on there are now, they're glued, they're more secured in there with a little more glue. The pieces are also glued down to the tray, and I do have trays that are the same size where I make interchangeable pieces if you purchased from me before, so that you can also get new sets as the seasons change. But I have to do this because if I don't, pieces get lost. So many people have picked them up and they fall out. Do you want to be running around looking for that, you know, at an event in the grass, in the wind, the rain? I don't want to be doing that, and I don't think anybody else does, and they feel bad whenever they do that, even though I want them to be able to see the designs. But I have to be practical. If I do that, if it's for their kids or for younger people, it's going to get lost. I know it will. So I am now going to start securing down all my pieces, and I'm not going to be doing as many loose pieces. And so that's just kind of how some things have changed. Then I have a brand new design that I worked on, doing a desert skull with a rose. That's kind of similar to my shot glasses that I have up there. Hopefully you can see inside there. And then just did some new desert theme designs. And let me show you from the skull shot glass that I do have online. There's the design, but I wanted to recreate it smaller, so I'm just doing some experiment in sculpting and some other things. And then I have a brand new chair design. So my husband created a brand new chair because I wanted it for kind of like my dungeon little scene that I have, a diorama. And then I created the little polymer clay floral orchid. So I have a couple of these now. And then I just wanted to moss it like it's a real garden chair. And so hopefully you can see that with it being in focus. So these are things that I've been working on. And then I'm working on filling up the little cat shelves that my husband 3D designed and printed as well. So he's been doing a lot of creative things with his designs. And inside of those are going to be, and I made this one a little bit big, I'm actually going to be putting him on kind of like a plant themed dresser. So I do those little fairy dressers. But I did the little panda, excuse me. And then here's the little owl planter that I do with the little kind of spiky plant leaves on there. So I have that one. Hopefully that one is in focus for you, but I'm going to be putting these, and then I made a miniature one so that you can see that. A miniature bamboo planter with a panda. And then I've been doing a lot of, I've actually made a lot of these yesterday. So I've been doing different little miniature books. And again, these are about 1 inch tall, maybe ½ an inch wide. So these fill, I put them on the dressers, and I put them on the, sometimes inside of like the coffins. I try to put a mixture of sculptural designs that are inside of all of my pieces or on them, so that not only are you getting miniature statues or figurines, but you're also getting the 3D design. And so I don't think a lot of people realize that when they're looking at the price. Yes, our things are small, but that's because sometimes with the price, and people tell me that I'm not charging enough for my things, but there's handmade things inside of all of this that they take a long time. Then the other thing that I did was kind of, Mother's Day with plants and florals. If you want to give a rose themed item to your mom or your sister or daughter. So I just did some rose sculptures right there, and I have a little bell jar that goes on that, but I will probably be gluing that down as well, just because if I put it on top of a dresser, it will fall off and it'll get knocked, and I don't want the flower to break. So it's pretty sturdy. That's a nice thing about working with polymer clay. It is a little more flexible than, say, something as ceramic or other things that will chip. But again, it's still, I put up fragile signs and everything now. It's still considered, a little bit fragile. So those are the exciting things that are happening, but I'm so excited for our trip to Japan. So I will try to put this in a separate playlist or category on our vlog, and you can find that at Think Cutie, and we'll try to vlog our upcoming events as well, so that you can see what those are like if you're thinking of attending or if you're thinking of participating. And I will tell you, there's a mix of experiences of all the people around it. I did watch some other vloggers who are at Geekcraft that I think they did a little bit better than us the first year, which was last year that we did it. But this year we actually, because we returned a second time, I don't know, we probably just had more things. We maybe had more things, but our numbers were probably higher than theirs in total. But we just, I think we did a lot better than, at least that I thought. So we didn't reach the high end of the number that I was thinking about, but we still reached, kind of a lower end goal that I did have in mind, which, we may have done better. It's like, it's so strange at events, because it's like, I can give you advice on certain things, but as far as what you're gonna make, I would say if you are going to be attending things like Geekcraft or, cons or Artist Alley, that you do wanna have some things that are within kind of those themes to sell. Because if you're just gonna go, and I am telling you this because I've done it, with your original artwork, and the things that sold for me were all of my clay things. So that told me, well, I like making them, and I'm gonna keep making them, and it's what sells. So that's kind of when I made that switch, because I will tell you, like, I hardly sold any of my original prints that I first made, because they were original works that didn't really fit the kind of the con or the things that I was going to. And sometimes I think it's like, because we're repeat, it might get better, but a lot of people, when you're first starting out, I mean, I was just happy at some shows that we tried again to break even, to make our table space back, because the first time that I tried them, I did not make money. I probably lost money. So you just got to keep trying events and finding where you fit. And so that's what we've been doing. We did that all last year and experimenting, and we got into some big shows up here in Minnesota this year, going into the fall. So hopefully the attendance is just as good. And thank you to everybody who has stopped by, and all those people, all the other creators that came up to us again the second year, especially at Geekcraft. Thank you so much for reaching out to us again. And sometimes I wish I had more time to go and talk. I mean, I had time to like really run through and talk to a few people, but I couldn't talk to everybody. So I just wish everybody else well, and hopefully we get to see you again and connect, and just a big thank you. So that's it for my prep vlog, and showing you some of the new things that we're going to be doing. And I might just run and go grab one of my husband's new designs, because I'm so excited about it. I loved his spinning flowers. We kind of changed up the holder that was he was using for those, so that people can interact with them more and they don't get stuck when they're pulling them out. So, but he has a brand new design that's flexible and movable that I'm really excited about for the next couple events, and I will run quick and I will show you that. All right, so I have little fuzzies in my face, but I just wanted to show you, we're trying to really work together and kind of enhance some of my husband's designs. So this is one of his original designs. This isn't licensed or anything by anybody else, but here he is. And then I have been painting probably over a dozen this week of his items and giving them little eyes with little kawaii little sparkles. And then here's his newest design. It's flexible, the arms and tentacles move, and then I gave him little eyes as well. This one just has a little bit different eye shape, but I'm just really excited because he's really been pushing himself, and if you can see, just making things that are fun and flexible, and that is his new design that he did. So hopefully we can carry this design into some other items and just experiment some more. So that is it at Think Cutie. Thank you for watching. Remember to hit that bell and subscribe, and we'll see you at one of our events around the Twin Cities. Bye. All right, those of you who've been following my channel know that I always show when I'm making some of the pieces after I do kind of my vlog and studio updates, and here I'm just making one of my little desert skulls and just adding in the rose at the top and using my shot glass one that I have as an example. And then I just had to really restock this week, and I've sold out of all my sit sprites at the previous events and had to keep making more of them, as well as the breakfast pan ones, and then I have some separate egg ones on my own. And my husband's really been busy creating different versions, such as smaller versions of his cactus or cacti, so just creating different color flowers, and this version is actually the smaller version. And then I've been helping him paint the eyes of his characters, so you can see I've been doing a little bit of both of mine, of the polymer clay, and then helping him with some of his pieces. And that's all that we have for the prep. We'll be sharing you what it's like at the events as they come up, but please hit that bell and subscribe. And then here are our spring shows for May, as well as the events that we have coming up for the rest of the summer.